There are few items that you can capture within the framework of that eternal purpose. First thing that you will capture within that framework was that God wanted children. He wanted children that were not just children, but children that were in the image of his firstborn son. I'm showing you the blueprint, okay? He wanted children that were in the image of his firstborn son. So when Jesus walked this world, it was an advertisement of the true man, the proper man, the real man. The real man that was conceived when in the book of Genesis chapter 1 verse 26, God said, let us make man. So that Jesus that you saw walking this world, that was the idea of man that God had conceived. Every other man that came before him was counterfeit. Meanwhile, there were two ways God could achieve what he wanted to achieve. Is either to take one of us to heaven and then you'll be recalibrated in heaven, then he brings you back here, or he brings somebody from heaven here. He decided to bring someone from heaven here. For that person to showcase what it means, what God conceived in. Oh, you're not with me. As part of that eternal purpose, God predetermined that Christ will be the head, preeminent head of all things. It's captured in the eternal purpose. So you will now notice that because he needs to be preeminent, you're not with me, are you with me? Because he needs to be preeminent, that's why he went to pay for your salvation, so that you are indebted to him if you are in custody of what he paid for. Legally, you are his property. But he will not come to force you to. That's why your service only becomes reasonable when you decide by an act of your own will to submit yourself as a living sacrifice. Because he already paid for you. If we're talking about property rights, you are his property. But he will not force you to submit to him. So it was Jesus that went to pay for your salvation, because God is trying to build the architecture of him being supreme, him being preeminent, because that's how he's captured in the eternal purpose. Oh my, you're not with me. If you say, okay, I'm not a human being, I'm a principality. The Bible says in the book of Colossians that he's head over principalities and power. It's okay, I'm not a principality, I was just created. It's like by him were all things created. So the arrangement there was to pedestal him as the preeminence. It's the focal point. The center, the circumference, the extent, and the limit of divine revelation. That's who he has become. So as you are trying to navigate on the path of spiritual progress, you must make him your focal point. I live for him, because the Bible says we were created by him. Does everything consist? It means your life has no meaning if not for the meaning he gives you. You are meaningless.